Hello, Loveland Magazine. This is Cassie Mattia bringing you Loveland's latest and greatest news. Now today we have a very special interview in store. Love is in the air. It is Loveland. I have two very special sweethearts with me today. I have Debbie Murray, 2020 Valentine lady. Woohoo!
Number 34.
There you go. There you go. And then I have Lilly Hummer. She won the Valentine Day card design contest. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good to see you guys. Now, what I want to start off with, Debbie, did you expect this? Tell me a little bit about that.
No, I didn't expect it at all. Last year I was nominated and was shocked that I was nominated. In fact, when I got the email from Cece, I woke up my husband and said, "Do you know anything about this?" And he said, "Yeah, I had heard that people had nominated you, but then the group chose Kathy Lorenz, and I was just floored that I was even nominated."
Right.
And then this year to be chosen was just such an honor. I just could not believe it. So
Now, I read that you've been in this area since 1985.
November of 85, yes.
That's awesome. You have a husband, 42 years.
42 years in September, so
That's love.
almost.
That is love right there, and that's probably why you were selected. Now, the Valentine program started in 1972, and the First Lady was selected in 1982, so you've basically been here since the beginning.
Almost since the beginning.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So, in regards to the Valentine Lady, what exactly does that entail? What do you do? What are your duties?
Well, there's a variety of duties. I get to go to the schools, which I'm looking forward to. I start tomorrow with going to Pop Kids.
Okay.
And telling them about the program. I'm going to read them a story called Maribel's Missing Valentines, which talks about friendship and kindness, which
Okay.
I think is important for all children to know.
Definitely.
I will be going to several retirement centers.
Okay.
I'm going to some businesses in town. I'm interviewing with you.
Woohoo!
I'm also going to interview with Channel 9, I found
There
out.
you go.
So-
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
And so, on top of that, the really cool thing about the Valentine program is there's a Valentine card design contest, which Lilly Hummer won this year. Pretty awesome. Now, you're a freshman,
Yes.
Loveland High School.
Yep.
So, I've seen the Valentine card itself. Tell me about the process. How did you find out you were selected, and why did you even enter into it? What gave you that, that notion to go and do that?
So one of the former Valentines came into my art class and was telling us about it. And I've had like Valentine's ladies come to my class like when I was younger. But now that there was like a chance to enter the contest, my art teacher really encouraged it, and she said it's a really good opportunity and it could look good for like your portfolio when you're older. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll just try it out. I didn't really expect anything of it.
Yeah. So what was the theme behind your specific card? What gave you the thought as to what you should draw, what words you should put in there?
Well, they told me what words to use, but I just decided that I should just do something that has to do with community, because I saw a lot of previous cards and it had a lot of like either hearts or like relationship stuff.
Right.
And I was like, maybe we should like switch it up and be more about like family or like community.
Right. Now, I'm sure you're involved in some stuff, obviously. What do you do at school? Are you involved in activities? What are your hobbies?
So I play lacrosse pretty much year round.
Okay. So you're
kind of my
hard-nosed.
thing.
All
Yeah.
right. And so you do draw. You like to draw?
Yes.
So you like art? Is that
Yeah.
something you want to pursue?
Yeah, I've been getting into it a lot this year with my art class.
Okay. And you have brothers, sisters?
Yes, I have 2 older siblings, my brother and a sister.
And I'm sure they love you. Yeah, that's awesome. Now, I know with you have 2 kids and 2 grandchildren,
That's correct, yes.
and you also just retired. Is that
I
is that
retired
correct?
in 2018, yes.
Okay, and you worked at, is it Tender Care?
Tender Years Cooperative Preschool in the Loveland Presbyterian Church.
Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Well, I was there for 29 years. So I started out as being the threes teacher. When my daughter went to first grade, they needed a new teacher, and she had been a student there and said, it's a preschool where the parents cooperate and work in the classroom. And they said, would you think about coming and teaching? And I was like, sure, that's what my degree is in.
Right.
So I went. It was just going to be for a short period of time, but I loved it so much. Being a kid every day was a joy, and seeing the world through children's eyes is just amazing. So.
And now you do tons of charity work, it seems. I was looking, are you involved in Nest with your church?
I've worked with Nest.
Okay.
This last year, I spent more time dealing with family things that were going on rather than in the community. But I've worked with Nest, I've worked with the Girl Scouts, I've worked with the Boy Scouts, volunteered throughout the Loveland schools because my kids both went kindergarten through graduation at the high school.
Right.
At Tender Years, and just helping out my neighbors and anything anybody said. We need a volunteer. Can you come help us? So
now, this is kind of a pretty deep question. Why do you do that stuff?
I've always felt like you should treat people the way you want to be treated, and so if that means I have a neighbor who is sick and needs some help, I would hope, my parents both live in Texas, I would hope somebody would help them since I can't be there all the time.
Right.
And I always feel like you should pay it forward, and because you never know when you're going to need it in return.
That is correct.
And I was lucky enough to pay something forward, and it came full circle, and it got paid back to me.
Yeah.
So it's an awesome thing.
And honestly, that's why Debbie was selected. A Valentine's Lady is a distinguished member of the community that basically makes it their mission to help others. So,
well, thank you.
That's why you were nominated.
I tried.
Right. Now, take us back to the works in December.
Okay.
Tell us your feeling when you walked through the door and you found out that you were the Valentine Lady.
Well, went to the works, walked through the door. My son and daughter-in-law and my daughter and son-in-law and 2 grandchildren were in. We were just going out for dinner, and I saw them off to the side, and I thought, I wonder why they're here. And I sat down and I asked my husband, I said, okay, now everybody's acting weird. What is going on? And he said, just look at your menu and figure out what you want to eat. And I said,
he was hungry.
I'm like, please, just tell me. He goes, don't worry about it. And then they came up and surprised me. And I was overwhelmed, shocked, very humbled, because the group of ladies are very amazing, very accomplished.
I love
and
that.
just to be associated with them, I think, is an honor.
I agree. And Lily, what about you? Tell me your experience. Where did you find out? When? What did you feel?
I received an email at school.
Well, there you go. Not as exciting, but
Not
still.
but I got an email at school, and I was like, I thought there was no chance I'd win. I didn't know how many people entered or what they were looking for, but I was really shocked and surprised when I texted my family, and I was like, guys, I won.
Who'd you text first?
Well, family group chat.
Oh, the group chat. Oh, yes. I love the group chat. Gets a little rowdy sometimes, but...
You get it all at one time.
Exactly.
Only send one text.
Exactly. Now, what did they say?
They were very supportive and were so excited for me.
And I'm sure, pursuing art, to put that in your portfolio, I mean, that's going to be huge when colleges see that.
Yeah, I hope.
How do you feel about that?
It's exciting, and I've never done anything like this. I've only done art for school pretty much, so it's a good change.
I mean, I was impressed to know that you were a freshman. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Now, what are your goals and aspirations? What do you want to do? I know you're young, you're a freshman, you're still having fun, but when you're growing up, you kind of sit there sometimes. Maybe when I'm a writer, so when I'm writing, you're like, okay, what's my next goal? What's my next venture? What are yours?
I'd like to graduate and go to college. I don't know what for exactly yet. Probably something in design or digital design. I'm not sure yet, but
that's pretty cool.
Got
awesome.
time to figure it out.
Yeah. And is there any colleges that you're like, oh, I want to go there?
Both of my siblings go to Ohio State, so that's pretty up there.
Buckeye, all right.
Yeah, UC has a good art program, so maybe that.
Okay.
But I haven't really thought too much about it.
Hey, I wouldn't either.
She has time.
Exactly. Now, one thing I want to do before we wrap this up, we have to know about some love, right? So, Debbie, what I want to know from you is, why do you love Loveland?
Well, I love Loveland because I love the people. The people are friendly, they're hospitable. My neighbors have become like family. Like I said, my parents live in Texas as the rest of our family, so being here, we have to make our community our family too. And Loveland has become that to us.
I agree. Now, is there anything you want to say to our readers about your new position, or anything that you're, a goal maybe, something you want to accomplish this year with your position?
I'm just looking forward to getting started, and like I said, I start tomorrow at Pop Kids, and I'm looking forward to doing all of that.
That's so awesome. All right, Lily, the big question, why do you love Loveland?
I've lived here my whole life, so it's pretty much home to me, and I have lots of my friends here, my family, so it's just a lot of things that I'm comfortable around and things that I love.
All right, we'll see you later, Loveland.